up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. If you're new, if you're old, welcome. In today's video, I am doing something totally different. I am cooking for you guys. I usually post a lot of these cooking videos and like drink videos and stuff on my Insta stories. So if you guys are interested in that, follow me on there. I'm going to be doing a pan-seared steak with asparagus and a side of rice. Something easy, but I think it's gonna be so good, y'all. It is actually 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's late for me to be eating, but I had to beat my face and get cute for you guys because nobody wants nobody ugly cooking no food, okay? So ladies, if you're about to cook for your man or you want to cook for yourself, get cute. Like, why not? It just makes you feel really, really good. I feel like about yourself when you get cute and you're cooking for others or yourself. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So y'all, first thing is first, we need to wash our hands because you shouldn't be cooking if you're not washing your hands, okay? So I'm just gonna scrub my hands. And you know they say it's a 20-second rule with the corona going around, so scrub those hands for 20 seconds. So you guys, I got the ribeye. The meat is huge, as you guys can see, and then it has quite a bit of like marble kind of in it, so that's gonna have your steak like really juicy and like, you know, it's not gonna be tough, okay? I actually had this steak sitting out for an hour. I would not recommend cooking your steak right after you take it out the fridge because it can cook uneven and then it can be like really, really tough. So I would recommend, if you guys are gonna cook a steak, make sure that it's at room temperature before you put it in the air fryer, cook it on the stove, cook it in the oven. That's just like a little fun tip or whatever. But yes, make sure y'all are leaving y'all steaks out. I want the steak to be dry when seasoning and stuff like that. So I'm only using a few seasonings, y'all. You know, I'm basic. We have the black pepper that I'm using. We have some sea salt, kosher salt. I wouldn't recommend any other salt. And then I have this roasted beef base. This is like chicken bouillon, but it's beef bouillon, and this is going to give the steak, you know, some flavor. So you guys are probably like, she just put sea salt on the steak and then she's putting beef bouillon on there as well. The shit is probably salty as fuck. It's actually not, y'all. It actually brings out like the flavor in the beef. It really, really does. I would say probably go a little bit light-handed though with the beef bouillon because it can get very, very salty. So y'all, I have seasoned my steak. This is what the steak is looking like right now. I'm actually cooking this in a cast iron skillet, so my skillet is seasoned, as you guys can see. Make sure your pan is seasoned before y'all make a steak in a cast iron skillet, or whatever you're making in a cast iron skillet. Make sure it's seasoned. I'm gonna probably put this one like medium-ish because cast iron skillets cook, they hold a lot of heat, so you don't want it to be like scorching hot, but you want it definitely to be warm. So I'm gonna let that warm up for like maybe 5 minutes and I will be so you guys, this is what the steak is looking like. Well marinated. I'm gonna actually put it in this pan right here. Yeah. Ooh, it smells so good. So y'all, while this steak is cooking, I would not recommend moving it around. Once you place it inside the pan, you're just going to let it sit. So you're gonna let it cook for however long you want to, depending on the temperature that you like. I like mine like medium, so I'm gonna cook it on not four sides. I'm gonna cook it on 4 minutes for each side. Yo, look at that fucking steak. Like, I'm taking some butter next. This is just the pure Irish butter. Can y'all see it? This is the best butter, so I would definitely recommend it. And it's actually room temperature. Don't know why. I usually just keep my butter out. And I'm gonna put some of this inside the pan. So I put the butter inside the pan, and I'm actually, once it's all melted, I'm gonna like start basting my steak with that. So that's gonna give it a lot of flavor, you guys. This is looking great. I'm just going to baste the steak, y'all. So now, y'all, I'm gonna take this steak out of the pan, and I'm just going to let it rest, because it's still essentially cooking, but this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, period. So I just cut up some green onions, and I have some butter that I'm going to use. This is room temperature, y'all. This is the same spoon I used to baste the meat. I'm just gonna work those onions and that butter inside this mixture that I got going on. And I'm actually going to put these onions and this butter on top of here. I'm actually just gonna smear this all over the steak. Same pan that I used to cook the steak in, just because it has like butter and all that other stuff in there. So this is the asparagus. I've already rinsed it and cut the stems off. I'm just gonna place that in there. So y'all, since the butter already has salt in it, I'm just gonna put like a little extra salt in there just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. And I'm just going to toss those in there. Nice and green looking. So y'all, I'm gonna show you guys what the asparagus looks like. This is what it's looking like, nice and green and crisp. I only kept them in there for maybe like less than 10 minutes, honestly. Now I'm gonna plate them. I did not plate this right, y'all. It looks really, really good, but I was gonna put some rice on the side of it too, but I'm hungry. This is what the plate looks like. I shouldn't have put the asparagus on top of the meat because you guys can't even see it, but asparagus is on top, and then the ribeye is on the bottom, y'all. So, so good. Ooh, it's even fogging up the lens, baby. All right, y'all, so dinner is served. Come on, camera, focus on me, focus on me. We have the ribeye, y'all, with the asparagus. I was gonna pair it with some rice, but I'm hungry. I don't feel like waiting. I actually got a bottle of wine too. I'm a wine drinker. I love wine. I also like pairing wines with different foods. So when you're eating like ribeyes, particularly, why can't I say that word? When you're eating steaks in particular, they say it's best to pair your food with Cabernets or maybe even a Merlot or a Red Zinfandel. So I picked out this Clos du Bois. I think that's how you say it. I have no idea. Hopefully y'all can y'all see this? Hopefully you guys can see this. Hopefully my glass isn't dirty either because I just washed it. But off camera, it looks like all these like marks, but it looks fine on camera. I've never had this brand before, so I'm actually very, very excited. When it comes to wines though, I usually, when I'm in stores, I usually try to buy wines that I've never had, just to kind of open up my palate a little bit more. And this particular wine is on the drier side. I probably should have broke the seal instead of just doing that, but I do this like this all this time. Ooh, smells really good. I would sometimes even just let it sit even before I actually drink it, just so that you get like the full aroma of the wine. They have this thing called aerating, where the air kind of gets in through the wine and then it gives you more of a flavorful kind of taste. But if you don't have one of those, just pour the wine in and let it like sit in the glass. It'll be just fine. But y'all, I'm about to try this steak because I'm really, really wanting to try this steak. It's kind of cold now, but whatever. Y'all, this is so good. Let's try the asparagus. The asparagus is even good. I feel like when you pan sear the steak inside the cast iron skillet and then just leave the drippings and stuff inside the steak, or inside the cast iron skillet, and then throw in your vegetables that you want to like saute, it gives it like a really, really nice flavor. So it's crunchy, but not crunchy to where it's like, you know, raw. Let's try this wine. This is really good. It's nice and rich too. If you're not a fan of dry wines, I wouldn't recommend this. You can try a red Zinfandel, that's a little bit more on the sweeter side. So again, if you guys do not fuck with the dry wine, try a red Zinfandel. That's a little bit more sweeter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all know this is something different, something that I don't usually do. Let me know in the comment section if you guys like this type of stuff. Maybe I can put out more videos for you guys. And without further ado, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.